Here's my vlog for the 4th of the 5th of May 2023 at 8:30 in the morning. I've been up all night, kind of tired. Let me close my eyes so I can concentrate better. This is a good time to get us to do a video. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll go to sleep. I am kind of tired. But maybe I'll do a little bit more work. I'll explain what I'm about to do now. Yeah, so I'm doing a detour on creating number images on Photoshop. I was doing yesterday. I spent like the whole day. It took a long time because it was on all of the pages where they were linked wrong. They were on the top part with the numbers, with the time, and I needed to put it on the same level, as all the other links. But so that, and then I was, I needed to do the batch edit to the future, but to make it, I had it. I think I had to make a couple of them, so that's when I got it started on making them on Photoshop. And I think I may have I'm renaming the ones that I did put, so I'm gonna have to do a bunch of batch edits for a bunch of images. Oh my god, like 8 of them or something, 8 times for the whole timeline. Because I reorganized it after I put it on there. Got kind of ahead of myself, I guess. I didn't realize how much work I did this year. So with the images, because I was kind of had a bunch of them all unorganized, not that many. The ones from before that I actually lost on my computer, I had to retrieve them from Flickr. Thank God for Flickr. Because like all of my, they were not on any of my external hard drives, and it wasn't on my computer, and it just disappeared, like off onto the cloud. I don't know if I got them all back. I didn't get the Photoshop versions, But so I'm looking at them, and I built them 10 years ago, and I realized that, there weren't as many as I would want, and they're not colored as how I would want. I want a rainbow color them. I guess that was before I decided to rainbow everything, and so recently I decided to build them. So, like, build all of them. So I build all of the folders, like 11 different folders for like the dimensions of the numbers, adding a 0, to each folder, and putting the proper ones in there so that I could then make them a lot of them on all the different formats. It's in the folder. So so like, for example, in the folder that has the tens of thousands, from 10,000 to 100,000, I would have like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all the way up to 100,000. And then I was thinking maybe you would do halfway, 10, 15, and half. And I haven't done it yet, so I haven't decided, but so that's 20 of them. And then if it's like under 10,000, you do it every 500, or maybe even every 100. Haven't decided yet. I haven't 1 to 10. In the hundreds of thousands, I can't decide what increment. But so I was building, coloring, and I have to recolor the ones that are already built. And but luckily I saved them in Photoshop so I could recolor them. But because that was before I decided, to just do them all like that. In the beginning, I didn't want to, and for some reason, it took me a while to decide. But so then I decided to build the 50,000 one, and so I built it at 50,000 or even more. I'm going to build it more, and then build as big as it allows me to with the memory, because I tried to build a certain one really big and it didn't let me. But then that's when I just deleted everything off my computer that I put on there since I got it back. But so I built with the original size, and then I'm going to upload it to Flickr. I'm going to upload it as big of a file as Flickr allows me, because if it's a huge file, then and it automatically saves when you do a screen capture. It automatically saves as PNG. You can't save it as PNG with the Photoshop. But when you upload it, if you upload it as a giant file, Flickr, Flickr, when you click on it, it actually expands all the way, so you can see it all the way, and so you can use it that way, and then you can drag it up and down with the mouse. It's really cool. So I have my numbers that way. So because each file, because what I did, this file I made was like 3.5 gigabytes. That's why, and I was gonna make a whole bunch of like I don't know, it could be like 100 gigabytes just on this file stuff, because I wanted to save the original file. I don't really exactly know why, but I wanted to. Even just to save in the TIFF format it's that big, and I need to save that way. And then what I do is I screen capture it, and I guess if you screen capture an image, it automatically saves as a JPEG. But if you screen capture one of these colors, it automatically saves as a PNG, which is really convenient for me because I don't have to go on the website and convert it. And then that has a max of 50 megs because I think it would be too big for us. So, but yeah. So I was here building 50,000, and I got up to 50,000, and I was color coding it. So it's 5 across and 5 down. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry, 5 across, 10 down. And the thousands are situated like this, so it's almost like a perfect square, which is cool. So yeah, 5 times 10 is 50. And then I think I'm going to build even more across that way. Hopefully I can get it to 100,000 and then back it down. And so it's color coded, so each thousand is its perspective color. In the middle, it has the blue representing 100, and then inside the red representing 10. And so I saved it as 20 pixels, which is how big I want it to be, and it didn't look right because the blue is when it crosses one line. When I saved it as 32, you could see the blues as dots, which is what I wanted. But I didn't look at it in 20 pixels, but I think that's what it'll look like. I guess didn't want it to do it in 20 or in 32 because I wanted to batch it all in. And I thought maybe it'd make it too big and I have to manually make them all small, but it's worth it. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to drag it right now because it's still in the desktop because I just did the screen capture. And then I opened it up in Photoshop and resized them, one for the 20, one for the 32. So those 3 files are in a desktop. So I want to move them into the proper file. And I haven't made the files for the icons yet because that's, I have one file for the original and one file just for the PNG icons that I upload. And I haven't made the file for the icon with all the 11 files in it for the PNG. And so I need to do that now and then drag these in the proper place. And then I want to put it onto my main homepage, my website, because this is kind of like a new project on my website, sort of, because on the main page of my website is where I explain my website. And this is something that I need to explain because it's a new invention that I made. Because like what I did was, like I said, and maybe I should show it on the computer just so you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so it goes 5 across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the next one is through 10. So it's 5, 10, 5, 10, on this side, and then 1, 6, 1, 6 on this side. But that's how stuff is organized on my timeline. That's why I like it like this. And then because it's a good square. So anyways, and then I save each one as I take one away, so I have them in increments of thousands. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So, and then I was thinking about doing that, really in increments. So why would I do that? Because the reason that I would do that is because whenever I'm reading a book, I have every single historical book on my website. So it's an entirety on one page. So I can do a control F and find whatever I want. And so I'll probably eventually, I think I'm on like the 10, 20-year plan. Before the end of the year, I'm going to have to I'm going to sell all my exercise equipment because I'm switching gears. I don't want to be endurance or anything. Just go to the gym and lift weights. And maybe like a little bit. But so I'm on like the 10, 20-year plan, just dedicate my whole life because I think it'll be too cool when it's done. But, oh God, did I lose my train of thought? Yeah, because on the front page of my website, I want to describe this new thing, which is representing numbers with the images. Like I was saying yesterday, it taxes the brain less to show something like a page that you want to go to in an image rather than spelling it out. And so, same thing with numbers. I think it's better to see the numbers, show the numbers in the image rather than the actual number. And also because it's good to train the mind to understand what these are so that you can utilize it for the Google Earth and for conceptualizing numbers and the timeline and everything. Because and I have lots of different ways to conceptualize these numbers for everything, and so to plug it in, and it looks cool as a rainbow anyway. So because you want to be able to conceptualize numbers for time, but also for space. Time backward and forward, and also for space. You use and for numbers of people, and numbers of things. So numbers of years and also numbers of things, numbers of people and populations of people. And so when you listen to the books, one of the books, whatever, you just do a control F for 1,000. And then it just shows all the times. And you just click next. And then they're talking about, this many thousands of people did a revolt, war, battle, migration, theater, death and a collapse, death in this, born here, whatever, enrolled here, invented that. And so if it's in the thousands, you just look at the 1,000, and if they're detailed in what they're saying, you're going to want a detailed image. And so if it's a detailed number like 55,000 people, when they didn't say 50,000, but they said 55,000 people died in the plague over in France in the 51, what you say is, you just go, oh, okay, you just pick up the 55,000 one off of Wikipedia, and then you just plunk it right there next to the book. And if it's in the timeline, 55,000 people, you just pull up the icon for it for 55. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to do it to that level. I have to do it to whatever level that I can see in a 20 pixel icon. If I can notice it in a 20 pixel icon, from not zooming it in, from just on the out, then it's a go. Then you create it because, just so you have that stuff on hand, because you only have to build it once. And then you put the big ones on Flickr so that you can link those, because it doesn't use any extra space or time on the website, to the actual book on the side as one of the images on the side of the book. And then you use the icon. So anyways, to make all those images and stuff, I don't know how long that's going to take. I was spending all day yesterday, just doing that other thing. So I got around to this. So yeah, I'm glad that I figured it out. I'm just going to do as many different variations as I can, all the different numbers. I'm kind of, I guess, bummed that I lost the PNG file for the bigger ones, but maybe I can salvage or whatever. I have JPEG file for like up to, I think, 10 million people, or was it billion? can't remember, but it was a lot. You can see it on the Flickr. But anyway, so that's what I'm up to. Yeah, so I invented a new thing. So what I want to do, pretty soon, maybe I'll take a nap. Maybe I'll go to the store and get some jelly beans. I don't know, but I just called my mom to offer to do a walk. She was like screaming at me. Did you stay up all night? Yeah. Hey, need help posting the radio stuff. Go to sleep. I'll be like, all right, I'll call you when I get up. But so what I want to do, like right now on the website, is go to the home page, and after I prepare all of the icons, but go to the home page. Yeah, why don't I even open Dreamweaver? I don't even have the icons ready. It's gonna take forever. Oh yeah, because I needed to do a test. I just wanted to look at it on 20 pixels on the page, and I figured I'd open it on the page that I build it on, just to see if you can notice the dots, the 10,000, the 100-person dots, and the 50,000. See if you can see 100 people in 50,000 person icon that's 20 pixels. That's pretty badass. So I'll let you know tomorrow if that's even possible. But I'll just do whatever I can do, figure out. So I'm going to oh yeah, so on the front page, just describe how I do it and why I do it, but then show all the different numbers that I have collected. Like what it looks like in the icons, and even fill up the space that I have on the sides for samples to click on some of the good ones on Flickr. So that's what I'm up to now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lay down and just have a quick nap, maybe for a minute or two or less. I don't know. And if I'm like not falling asleep, that's when I'll get up again. Maybe smoke some weed and listen to music. I don't know. Get psyched up and then get going on building these images up as much as Photoshop memory can handle. I don't know. I don't think it'll make it to 100,000, but if it does, it'll be badass. Because then I can build it back down from 100,000 in increments of 1,000, and then save the 100,000 that I could then use to plug in to the other ones, 100,000, 200,000, or like 100,000, 110,000. I don't know. So yeah. Hopefully the computer can handle it, and it's going to be a lot of space, but I'll just save it all on an external, and maybe I'll utilize that to start backing stuff on an external. I couldn't even connect this one external that was there, so I hope it's not broken. I did get an email from right now, actually, right before doing this video, that my other computer 2015 is fixed, and it'll be coming to my house tomorrow. So if that external doesn't connect to this, hopefully it will connect to the other computer, and I don't know, hopefully it didn't die, but that'll freak out if that happens, because then I'll just have to start backing up everything all over the place, and more externals, maybe even buy another external hard drive, I don't know. So just make sure that all the ones that I have remaining are working. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm up to. Talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be happy about how much the computer was able to handle on these numbers. I think it's a new concept, representing numbers, because it's all incremental. Like, they mean something, And I didn't do it rainbow style for all of them because I need to have the 10 people really bright red so you can see it. And then the 100 has to be bright orange. Bright blue, light blue, number 7 instead of orange, because it's better. But then the ones after that, like in 1,000, are rainbowed. But if you do it in the hundreds, then you keep it as bright red, because you know what bright red means, and then you would rainbowify the light blue with 100. Yeah, and so yeah, kind of a mix. So, anyways, yeah, hopefully Dreamweaver, I mean Photoshop will keep up. Talk to you tomorrow.